Hey, my name is Dr. Sean Price, Clinical Coordinator here at Cairo Spa in Fort Walton Beach. And this is our third video in our low back pain series. And what I want to talk to you today is that we've been talking about stenosis and talking about the different causes of stenosis. And one of the major causes that we talked about in the previous video was stress. And I wanted to break that down a little bit more and just talk about the different types of stress. Basically, we have three different global types of stress. We have chemical, physical, and emotional. Chemical stressors are going to be things like exposures to environmental toxins, medications, poor diet, things along those lines, but they can also be metabolic stressors. For example, if you have poor blood sugar, or if you have increased adrenal function, or something along those lines that increases that stress level in the body, that metabolic dysfunction can cause increases in stress in the body. So chemical can be any array of those. And then emotional has another effect on it. I mean, obviously, emotional stressors cause us to have physical responses, and a lot of times those will manifest into metabolic stressors. So, for example, if you have emotional stress and your stress level is high, it's going to lead to increased adrenal gland function. Increased adrenal gland function, like we talked about a second ago, can be a chemical stressor on the body. So they kind of intertwine with each other. And then you've got physical stressors. This is more obvious, involved in a car accident, you fall off of a ladder, used to play sports when you were younger, constant impact and repetitive injuries, things along those lines. Those types of stress can have an effect on the body. But what happens is, with these stresses, when you have these stresses and they change the function of the body, and they change the function of the brain, then you can actually, through that loss of brain function, you get decreased joint activity, decreased joint balancing, and decreased joint function, and the joint itself will start to wear out. The joint itself, through poor function, will start to degenerate. And when that happens, it can cause weakness in the disc tissue, it can cause weakness in the ligaments, it can cause osteophyte formation, which can lead to stenosis. There's a lot of different mechanisms that this can come through and affect. So it's important to keep in mind that when you're dealing with low back pain, you're dealing with these chronic pain symptoms. Sometimes it's just a physical problem. Sometimes a chiropractic adjustment is all you need. Sometimes decompression is all you need. But sometimes it can be more of a chronic issue. It can be more of a systemic and metabolic issue where your body is chronically inflamed and you're not having normal function. So that lack of normal function is causing decreased joint function, which then leads to these different conditions, which can lead to stenosis. So I hope this makes sense, but it can get kind of intricate and kind of detailed. So if you have any questions, please feel free to post below.